All right, good morning. It's Tuesday morning. It's a little after 10 a.m. Welcome to Tyler County Commissioners Court. And it looks like we do have a quorum here with us today. I'd like to acknowledge all of our guests. Thank you for being a part of Tyler County Commissioners Court. Our pledge of allegiance today will be led by Commissioner Buck Hudson. Invitation to
Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this beautiful weather. Pray that you be with us today as we make decisions for our county. Pray you be with those people in our county that are hurting today, Lord. Pray for our first responders, all those that seek to take care of us in our day-to-day walk of life. Lord, we just pray that our country continues to go in a good direction and that each and every one will experience prosperity, Lord. And we ask all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Madam Clerk, was everything posted accordingly?
Yes, sir.
All right. We will move forward to our first line item, public comments. We do have some public comments today. Our chief of the fire department of Ivanhoe, Mr. Brandon Yarborough. And if you would, he's going to be speaking to us about the FirstNet radios.
Good morning, everyone. As Judge said, my name is Chief Yarborough from the Idaho Fire Department, ESD number 1. I'm here to request assistance for an important technological enhancement that will significantly improve our county's response capabilities and overall public safety. Today, I would like to discuss the urgent need for the acquisition of a radio over IP gateway from FirstNet. As you all know, our county is responsible for the safety and well-being of our residents. To fulfill this duty effectively, we must leverage modern communication technologies that ensure seamless coordination among our first responders and emergency management personnel. The word gateway provides a crucial bridge between traditional radio communication systems and modern IP networks. By integrating these systems, we can enhance our communication among the different agencies within our county, which during vital emergencies during emergencies where time and clarity are of the essence. Whether it's a natural disaster or a public safety threat, any urgent situation, having a reliable communication tool can make all the difference and save lives and ensuring effective responses. There are a few key reasons why investing in this technology is essential for our community. Enhanced interoperability. The gateway will allow various communications devices to work together, enabling law enforcement and fire departments to communicate without barriers. Many of you may know that we have several communications issues moving farther south away from the city of Woodville, and it's very difficult for our first responders to be able to communicate effectively with the different departments and the dispatching facilities. It's also cost effective. Investing in the gateway not only is a forward-thinking movement, but is also able to streamline communication systems that can reduce the need for multiple separate channel systems, and ultimately saving taxpayer dollars in the long run. A single handheld radio operating with P25 can cost upwards of $4,000 depending on the model, frequency, and licensing fees associated with it. With an average life expectancy of only 4 to 5 years before needing to be replaced, the monthly cost for a single handheld is $80 or more for a single firefighter. FirstNet will be able to provide the departments with devices and the service for only $22 a month with no contract. This replaces they will also replace those handhelds if they're ever lost or damaged. Alternatively, department members can use their existing phone services and plans for only $10 a month, further saving money. It's also future ready. As we continue to grow and face new challenges, we must equip our county with technologies that can adapt and scale. The word gateway represents our future-ready infrastructure, providing up to 4 channels with just licensing fees needed, in addition to current hardware costs. In conclusion, the integration of a radio gateway from FirstNet is not just a technology upgrade, it's a commitment to enhancing the safety and well-being of our community. I urge each of you to consider the profound impact and improved communications we can have in our emergency response capabilities. I respectfully request your support on the purchase of this technology, which will ultimately serve our first responders and citizens of our county more effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alburn. All right, with that, we will move to our table item number 8, to approve the purchase of the FirstNet retail package. It was tabled from last Commissioners Court meeting. Do I have a motion to pull this off the table?
Motion, move, take it off the table.
Motion, second. All in favor, say aye. All right. Is there any discussion among the commissioners?
Did we have a number?
Well, where the hiccup come was them using their personal cell phone. We paid them an allowance, but he said the solution to that would be the separate
Radio,
radio,
handheld radio.
which that would solve the problem.
Yeah.
Because if you put it on a personal cell phone, then we need to pay for that because that's us.
I'd rather my guys just have a handheld little radio.
Because area that you would lose.
Would it be difficult to separate it if the person has it in their budget to be able to do it, then they can do it and then, allow it to go through the first responders? We open it up and go through first responders as far as the fire departments and the police and not really through the commissioners. I know that y'all three don't seem to be where y'all would want to use it there, but I know Joe, I think Joe's listening there. Joe said he would like to use it, himself, but.
Well, I would have to use it in the northern part of Tyler County where we're at.
Okay, so you want to use it? You want to use the FirstNet and stuff?
Yeah, there's spots that you don't have no service back in them woods.
Judge, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, well, the gentleman that came and did the program said that we could create a line item for, the fire departments, and they could pay directly to them. And, whatever department has it in their budget, if they want to do it, they can do it. If they don't, then, they don't have to. That's the way I perceive what he was telling us.
Okay. So all we're asking for today is the starting cost of it is what we're really asking for.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And I think we looked at that where it was gonna be just the 5,000. It was not the 10,000 that we had thought. It was the $5,200.
It's about 6,000, Judge.
Is it 6,000 total? Okay,
It's 5,900 and something.
5,900 something, okay.
Okay, I want to refresh my memory on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't operate off of AT&T or Verizon, correct?
No, it does not. It'll, actually,
It is.
it bounces off every tire.
Okay,
They can use every tire that there is.
so it should.
Brandon wants to,
It should
Because he
work
spoke
in
with
his
them.
favor because some of the guys that work for me are part of the fire department and they were voicing their concern about it this morning. They said if they could just get the towers or whatever used to make their radios work fixed. Yeah, and they said they would be fine. They didn't need anything else.
If I may, I can explain the technology a little bit in a little bit more detail. What's happening with this gateway that we're requesting is it will allow all first responders who are using the Tyler County dispatch channel to receive the signals and transmit on those signals on any cellular carrier. If they aren't on AT&T or FirstNet, the fee is only $10 per month using an existing cell phone plan. Fire departments or any other agency wanting to use a different channel, they don't need this particular device in order for this functionality to work. This device is specifically for the fire department in order to have interoperability, so that in order for us to communicate efficiently, we don't have to call dispatch or try and find a number for a specific firefighter. If we're trying to get a hold of all our firefighters and we're in an area that the radios do not function, this is going to bridge that gap between modern technology using the cellular and LTE networks in addition to the current two-way radio channels. So they function together is what this device is doing. So it's going to allow those fire departments that don't have great signal from our current repeater, which is significantly more expensive than $6,000, and then get the ability to add additional repeaters isn't available currently. This bridges that gap.
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
there's a motion to approve, a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right. Do you have the proclamation? All right, we will move to our consent agenda, our minutes. There's no minutes from the previous meeting. Our monthly reports, our probation, clerk extension, auditor's report, justice of the peace report, and nutrition center report. Need a motion to accept all these reports?
So moved.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, this is our Veterans Day proclamation. And yesterday we know was Veterans Day, and we do want to thank all of our veterans for all their hard work and service for our country. Whereas Tyler County is blessed to have hundreds of living veterans in our county, we pay tribute today on this day, the dedicated veterans who served this great nation with distinction both in peacetime and war. And whereas our county shares a continuing sense of gratitude to those who have given so much in the defense of our freedoms, which we all continue to enjoy. And whereas Americans hold an abiding faith in the ideals and strength of which our great nation was founded in our democratic process, and the men and women of the armed forces who have served our country so well, and whereas in the honor of the dedicated men and women who pledge their continued defense of our nation, so that their sacrifice will stand before the entire world as a tribute to the spirit and the determination of the people dedicated to the principles of freedom and democracy. And whereas on this patriotic occasion, let us all commit ourselves to the great need of fostering a spirit of rededication to the ideals that have served as the foundation of this great country. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, therefore, I, Milton Powers, County Judge of Tyler County, and the Commissioners Court of Tyler County do hereby proclaim Monday, November 11th as Veterans Day. Honor our veterans this day, lest we forget. I urge all citizens, not only on yesterday, but all week, to honor our veterans and rededicate ourselves to the preservation of liberties under the Constitution by wearing an article of red clothing and thanking a veteran for their service of this great nation. And on behalf of the Commissioners Court of Tyler County, I would like to ask any veteran that we have in here to stand today with us. Thank y'all so much for your service. Thank you so much. I need a motion to approve this proclamation. There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, thank y'all. And God bless America.
Amen.
Yes, all right. We'll move to number 4A, our budget amendment. We did have one budget amendment. Need a motion to accept that budget amendment. There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right. Need a motion to pay the county bills.
So moved.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right. Need a motion to accept approve the treasurer's report.
So moved.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. Item number D, accept the monthly donation of Riley Funeral Home for senior activities at the Tyler County Nutrition Center. There's a motion to approve. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, item number E, collection of hotel occupancy tax for Tyler County with a rate to be set by the court. Madam Treasurer, is there a rate that you were gonna recommend?
Recommend 7%.
Okay. All right, is the court wanna discuss this in the matter? Yeah. All right, there's a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a second. All in favor say aye.
Uh,
Any opposed, same. All right. It'd be set at 7%. And would you let everyone know kind of what this is about, just a second, who may have not known
Yes, sir.
what we talked about?
So the hotel occupancy tax is going to be collected starting in January, hopefully, we get all of our things correct, in place. But it is, designed to pass along the, tax burden to those who visit and pass through, not to give that to anybody that's here local, so it's kind of a diversion of that. But it, is designed to, economic development. It has to be spent for economic development. So, it will help offset some of the expenses of the court currently spends county funds for, to kind of get a little reprieve in that and, promote,
I didn't understand that.
most people don't. It's a little thick accent. So, anyways, it's to, designed to help offset some of those, economic development costs that we have in county, some things like, Christmas in Tyler County or, whatever we do to do that. So anyways, it's gonna be a good thing for Tyler County.
Thank you very much. All right, we will move to item number F, the set the 2025 regular term days and dates for Commissioners Court. Need a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Want me to read them?
No, that's okay. You can. All right, item number G, bond. Oh, would you want to read them? I didn't know you were serious.
I opened my mouth to start.
Well, go ahead.
It don't matter.
No, read them.
Well, I mean, it's kind of redundant. There will be one Monday, January the 13th, Monday, February the 10th, Monday, March the 10th, Monday, April the 14th, Monday, May the 12th, Monday, June the 9th, Monday, July the 14th, and then, August and September have multiple, that's budget time, we're not gonna call all of them out. Tuesday, October the 14th, Tuesday, November the 10th, and Monday, December the 8th. And I'm just like, if we can't laugh at ourselves, then we're getting.
I thought you was jocking me, so.
No, I mean, nobody probably cares. Somebody might have been gotten them.
All right. Well, item number G, bond for, Tim Scroggins, our Constable Precinct 1. Need a motion to accept that bond?
So moved.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, item number H, to appoint Savannah, Burge to our Child Welfare Board. Need a motion to do that? There's a motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Is
Any opposed, same.
she in here?
Yes.
All right, Miss Savannah, thank you very much for doing this for us. Do you ever want to say anything, Miss Owen? Or, yeah,
Well, we'd like to thank, we're glad that Savannah's on board with us, and I just want to let all the commissioners and everyone in Tyler County thank them for, we had a good weekend at our first auction, and it turned out really well, and I just want to thank everyone that donated and came out to help and bought purses, because it's gonna help, for the kids. And we do want to say, always thank y'all, the Commissioners Court, for, helping our board so much, especially for our foster kids.
And we made over $17,000 at a
all right. And that's a pretty purse we picked out.
It was.
What was the name of it?
Consuela.
Consuela or?
That's what That's bougie, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't get it, I wanted it, and I got it.
Well, it was a really good deal, I think.
Yeah.
$200 cash.
I mean, it had a lot of goodies inside.
Yeah.
No, so let's-
All right, we'll move to item number I, reimbursement to Tyler County Youth Baseball for supplies in the amount of $6,141.84. Commissioner Marshall?
Yes, I'd make a motion to approve, however, it's $6,000 is what we
Okay,
allotted for each
Second.
entity.
okay, so it's just gonna be $6,000? Okay, 6,000 even? All right, and you put that in the form of a motion?
Yes.
I said it.
There's a second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say.
They had receipts for more, but that was the agreement.
That's the agreement, the 6,000 per entity, correct?
Right.
All right. Item number J, acceptance of the presentation of the 2023 independent audit by Crow LLP. All right, Madam, are you ready?
I'm ready. I am ready. And I'm Darla Deer, and I'm with Crow, and, before, you'll remember I was with Bell Harris Pahachek, and we had a merger with, we went from about 30 employees up to about 6,500. So, yeah, we've got a lot of resources now, so, it's a little change for, the audit this year. I'm no longer in the audit section, they've moved me over to a different department, working on sales, but, client relationship is also part of it, so I stepped in to present the audit on that part of it, but did not do the audit, but I will be able to answer a lot of the questions. If it's something real detailed, then I may get back to you on something specific, but, I'll start out by thanking, Jackie and, Leanne, the treasurer's office, everybody in the auditor's office, they do a great job providing all the information that we need to get the audit pulled together, and everybody did a great job this year on presenting that. It was a change for everybody, because whenever you change, there's different criteria on how you're doing an audit, so I think that was different for everybody on the learning side of that, so. Thank you all involved for the stuff they presented. You've got 2 books in front of you. If you're gonna look at the biggest one, we're gonna go over about the 3 most important pages out of that audit. The first page you're gonna flip to is page 2. The county, and I'm very pleased to announce that the county has got an unmodified opinion. That is the highest level of assurance that you can receive, that there are no material misstatements, and all disclosures have been made with generally accepted accounting principles. So great job on that. We're gonna flip over to page 16 and look at your revenues and expenditures for the year. This is a summary page that's gonna have the different funds that you have, and then all of the smaller non-majors are all grouped together. The one that we're gonna focus in on that is that general fund column. Total revenues for the year, $11,952,244. Coming down the page to total expenditures, that puts you at $11,284,290. With some other financing sources in use. The big one is that transfer out. The transfer out went to Road and Bridge, Emergency Disaster Relief Fund, and then you had another group that went to your non-majors. That left you with a net change in fund balance. For the general fund, you had a use of fund balance of $404,699. Leaving you with an ending fund balance of $6,571,977. So the fund balance still healthy, even though you had a use of that fund balance. And we're gonna look at that fund balance in a different view in just a second. So just remember that net change in that fund balance was $404,699. And just while we're on this page, we'll look at Road and Bridge. Looking at that ending fund balance, you had a net change in fund balance of $502,063. And that was bringing that fund balance, ending fund balance with the 4 precincts. That leaves you with an ending fund balance of $2,072,400. $396. In the, further back in the back, it breaks out each precinct, so you can look at your precinct individually if you're wanting to look at those numbers. I'm gonna flip you over to page 43. And this is gonna be where we're looking at your general fund, the budget to actual. So what we're doing is comparing the numbers on the actual columns to that final budget. And mainly in that expenditure columns, that's where we would really be focusing in on that you would not want to see anything negative. The negative would mean that you had gone over budget in an area. If you're looking down the page of 43 and that bar column, you'll see all those numbers are positives. Flipping over to page 44, about midway down in the page, that total expenditure line item, the actual amount, if you'll remember, was $11,284,290. Your final budget was $12,559,869, meaning that you came in under that final budget by $1,275,579. So if you'll move a little bit further down the page, you'll see that net change in fund balance. That net change, if you're looking in that final budget column, you'll see that you had a planned use of your fund balance of $1,675,349. But as you move over to the actual, you'll see that what your actual amount that you used out of that was $404,000. So just showing you what you had planned to use of fund balance, and then what you actually used. You had a big difference from $1,270,000. That's going to show you that variance of what you plan to use and what you actually use, so you're coming in under budget. Okay? Now that's about the three most important pages, and I know I went over those numbers really fast, but I would be happy to answer any questions that you had on that portion of it.
What pages are their individual ones? You know, 'cause that's what they care about.
Right. You want mark those, but let's see, I'll flip to them real quick. It looks like they're on 64 and 65 are the revenues and expenditures. And this year, one of the things that we look at are grant funds, and if you go over grant funds, federal funds or state funds of more than $750,000, that does trigger a single audit. So on the federal side, you were under on the $750,000 on your expenditures. But on the state side, you did go over the $750,000. So in that smaller book, which is the single audit portion, if you'll flip to page 6, that basically sums up your state grants, and that's what that single audit portion is for. It has the total state expenditures of, I have to put these glasses back on to read that number, $792,560,000. So $792,560 on the state funded grants. I think it was that courthouse historic one that put us over on that.
So can you go over page 63 with them so they'll understand how to read it,
Yes.
please?
All right, so now this page 63 is gonna be your, the assets and the liabilities, so I'm gonna flip you over to page 64. That's your revenues and expenditures. Now, if you're going, just so you see how this totals together, if you're going over into that far right-hand column for the total road and bridges, the ending fund balance, that was $2,072,396. So that's where it ties back to the page that we just looked at of the total of the four precincts. So starting off with the general fund, road and bridge, That's where you're combining those to make any payments or anything that's where your property revenue comes in before it gets dispersed out to each one of your precincts. Road and Bridge Fund ended with a ending fund balance of $451,835. Road and Bridge Precinct 2 ending with an ending fund balance of $386,514. Road and Bridge Precinct number 3 ended with a ending fund balance of $130,998. And then Road and Bridge Precinct number 4 ending with a fund balance of $585,438. The general fund, Road and Bridge ended with $517,611. So the total of all of those equal that $2,072,396.
Any questions?
I make a motion to approve the,
There's a motion to approve the audit.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Donald.
Thank you, and anybody has any questions or any problems, just give me a call, I'm always happy to help.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Darla.
All right. Item number K, the service for generators by Stewart and Stevenson. John, did you want to talk about that again?
I just asked, these generators need to be serviced. They were serviced last year, and there's some more issues with them. So, Stewart and Stevenson's the ones I reached out to, the ones that were most qualified that worked on them, and they'll service them for twice a year, for maintenance and annual inspection. And they'll even do fuel checks and all that. So,
All right.
and they've been down here and they're out of Houston. And the price where it's at now that y'all got, it'd probably be higher next year. That was a quote when they were up there in Henderson.
Okay. We had already gotten them done this year, and then there were some problems with it and stuff, so what we're asking is that they pay that continuance, continues. Is that correct?
Yes,
Is that what we're asking? Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
There's a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. And what it is, it's very important to get these things. We had, during the storm, I just say that we had it maintenance. And when we had our bad floods coming in, our generator quit for about 15 minutes. And it was because, ended up being, it was low on water. And so we did some, redneck ingenuity and got it going, real quick. So we're thankful for birds that we found that out. But with this, I think that Stewart and Stevenson keeps some very good records and of how they maintenance and stuff, and that's what we're gonna start going to. Thank y'all very much. All right, item number L, the resolution, the Commissioners Court authorizing the submission of the Texas CDBG program application for the commitment of match funds. All right, Ms. Lacy, there's a motion. Second? All right, Ms. Waxman?
No, I was gonna say, actually, this is not my agenda item.
This one's not yours.
Well, I can tell you what this is, because I know y'all have received a lot of instruction, but basically, if y'all want to, participate in the CDBG program and identify your project by, December 9th of this year, you need to have a few things, and one of those is a resolution, so that appears to be what y'all are doing, is moving in that direction.
Okay, all right. Well, we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say. All right, item number M, restructure the SB 22 money for the DA's office.
I make a motion.
There's a motion.
I make a motion.
There's a motion and a second. Did y'all want to say something?
Just what that is Lucas would like to take some of that SB 22 money from the first assistant position and move to reallocate it. And we can, at a later time, when he decides what that's gonna be reallocated for, let y'all know. But we have talked to Ms. Jackie about it, and he's just moving some of that around.
Well, we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Any opposed, same. All right, item number N, appointment of Brent Markham of the Southeast Texas Groundwater Board of Directors. I need a motion. There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same. All right,
Mr. Brand, he works for the Forest Service.
yes, and we're glad to get him and very thankful, because, is he here today?
no, he couldn't make it. I got reached out to him, but he couldn't make it.
Okay, well, we're very thankful, letting them know that we've been trying to fill this position for over a year now, and we finally talked him into doing it, so we're thankful that he was able to, he stepped up and said that he would, so. All right, item number O, appoint a rating committee for selection of grant administrator for professional administrative services to prepare the application and administer the grant, if awarded, for the community wildfire defense grant projects as a part of the funding announcement. USDA FS 2024 CWDG SGSF, which is managed by the National Forest Service. And
Those are those,
the Texas A&M.
right. And
Okay.
so our typical is, the emergency manager, me and one commissioner is typically the rating. But I would specifically request that the emergency manager be on there because of the nature of the.
So how many do we need? 3. All right. Well, we'll put Mr. John Setlocker on there. Is there Jackie? And then, which one of y'all want to go on there? Y'all don't all jump at one time? Joe's not here, we're going Joe.
Joe.
You know, I figured y'all were gonna do that. Now, I can, Mike, it doesn't matter, whatever y'all wanna do.
We'll appoint Joe. Joe and Jackie and John. I need a motion to appoint. There's a motion. Second.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
That'll be the three
Thank you,
J,
Joe.
the 3J committee.
Yeah, the
3J committee.
All right, item number P, appoint a rating committee selection for a grant administrator for professional grant administrative services to assist in the application, project implementation and administration, for the GLO CDBG, MIT Local Hazard Mitigation Plan Program. That's a whole lot of talking. And, how many do we need on
I
that?
recommend the same committee.
Yeah, me too.
All right, same committee is recommended. Motion second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same. All right, begin the procurement process for the request of proposals for the procurement of professional administrative services to prepare the application and administer the grant. If awarded for the TDA CDBG FY 2025-26. All right,
Motion to approve.
there's a motion approved. Second, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same. All right, begin the procurement process for request of qualifications for engineering services for TDA CDBG FY 25-26.
I put that form of motion.
Is there a motion? Second. All in favor, say aye.
And just so you know, this is to get us started
Yes.
with going out and.
For the wildfire.
Well, no, this is for the CDBG.
CG, okay. All right. Well, she's supposed to talk about one of these, aren't you?
Yeah, what is your agenda?
Where's your agenda? Man?
Well,
What's going on?
I'm down here with Steven.
Oh, okay, all right.
And, I
We got
can
no more
answer any of this,
all right.
but I see y'all are doing a lot of business, so.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of grants. All right, item number S, begin the procurement process for requests for proposals and procurement of professional administrative services to prepare the application and administer the grant if awarded for the GLO disaster recover reallocation program.
And what that is, if you don't already know, there was money that was de-obligated from former disasters, and so now they're reallocating it, and we want a piece of the pie if we can get it.
That's for Harvey monies that was left over from all those disasters. There,
And that's what she talked about last time.
Yeah. All right. There's a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right. Item number T, begin the procurement process for request of qualifications for engineering services for the GLO disaster recovery reallocation program.
Put that form of motion.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right, item number U, appoint a rating committee for the selection of a grant administrator for TDA CDBG FY 2025-26. Are you recommending the same?
Same three.
Well, I mean, that's up to y'all, but I mean, I don't mind.
What do y'all want to do?
I say the same thing.
I say the
All
same three.
There's the same three. Joe, you're not here. You're getting everything.
Loading.
All right, there's a,
Y'all better be glad I can't vote.
I need a motion.
Motion.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye. All right. Item number B, appoint a rating committee for selection of engineer for TDA CDBG FY 2025-26.
I put that form of motion.
For the same one?
Same one.
All right. Motion second. Did somebody say it?
I did.
All right, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. Item number W, appoint a rating committee, the same one, for selection of grant administrator for CLO disaster recovery reallocation program.
Put that form of motion. Same
Motion.
three.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. Oh, my goodness. Appoint-
Hey, look, you can thank the organizations for all this rating that we have to
Yes.
do. We didn't used to have to do all that.
Item number X, appoint a rating committee for selection of an engineer for GLO disaster recovery I can't even say it.
Reallocation.
Reallocation. All right. Need a motion. Second,
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm telling you, these words are, yeah, running together now. Well, item number Y, transfer of funds, thank you. From general fund to emergency disaster relief fund to reimburse emergency disaster fund while waiting on FEMA reimbursement. And what this is we're waiting to get
Well, What
reimbursed.
it is we've got our emergency disaster money in one of the cedars that it's drawing good interest right now. We want to leave it as long as we can, and not have to pull money away from it to lower it. So that's why I'm requesting that we did it this way.
There's a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye. Item number Z, oh my goodness.
I just typed it.
Consideration and possible action to approve a change order to add 2 concrete piers and associated grade beams for new cover extension, material labor to replace existing storm drains under cover and/or labor to replace existing storm drains under cover and/or labor to replace existing storm drains under cover with material provided by the county for the rodeo ground site improvements 2023 ARPA funds project.
I put that form of motion.
There's a form of motion. Second, all in favor?
Hang on,
Oh,
Jeff got to talk about it.
I'm running here, sorry.
Stephen's got to talk about it.
So good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I promise the item is not as confusing as I typed it up.
Okay.
Joe, you look great today. So I do have a handout for you guys, that'll kind of help explain some of this. Joe, I'm not giving you one though.
Oh, gosh.
So before I jump into this, I'll give y'all a quick, oh, absolutely. And check it just in case you're not seeing it. I'll give y'all a brief update. I'm not sure if y'all go out there very often, but the contractor is rocking and rolling. The schedule is still right where it should be. The restroom walls and plumbing is going up currently. The bleacher footings underneath the cover are being installed as of right now. And so, yeah, the material for the sanitary sewer is supposed to be delivered today, and so we'll start seeing some of that installation of that beginning also later part of this week into next week. So before I jump into this, also I would like to say that a couple of the items that we talked about last meeting that I was going to provide proposals for, that is not this. I will do that next time. The contractor is still working on the electrical and some of the concrete items. So what this is, even though I have 3 items here, it's really 2. Items 2B and 2C are kind of either or, and I guess realistically you could do neither of them. But for the first one, what this is, if you remember the last time whenever we provided the change order that decreased the contract by $170,000, if I'm being honest, I overlooked a portion of that. In that $170,000 that we removed that concrete drive included these 2 concrete piers and a grade beam that is needed for the cover extension that goes on that. And so the $7,578.51 is to actually add those 2 piers and that grade beam back in. And again, my apologies, I did overlook that. I did not realize that it was one of the necessary items that was included in that cost. And I've situated this hopefully to where y'all can kind of pick and choose which ones y'all would like to approve, and then I can provide a change order after the fact. What item 2B and 2C are relate to the same thing. Once all the material was removed out of there, and more specifically the front VIP wooden section that was in there, we found what is 2 culverts that provide drainage for the arena. And they run easterly out to where I was just mentioning where the driveway is on the east side. Through our exploratory of these culverts, we realized that they are very old, metal, rusted, corrugated pipes. And so what I had the contractor do for y'all to discuss and possibly make a decision on, I had him provide us a couple of costs. Item 2B is a cost for him to completely remove those items, if y'all wish to do that, and install new corrugated plastic pipe in its place. Item 2C is essentially the same thing. It is slightly cheaper, but this item would allow for, we had a discussion about the county possibly purchasing the pipe instead of the contractor. Same thing, one just includes the material, one doesn't. Up in the arena side, this also includes costs. There are 2 actually concrete like a curb inlet, if you will, that's underground. So that will include the new connection there, routing all that in, installing the pipe back over the pipe, and punching it all the way out to the east. So just so that everybody's clear, I was really worried that these existing pipes did not drain at all, which was why I originally had the contractor go ahead and work us up a cost. My thought is that once we cover this up with concrete, it's done, and so you're gonna get what you get. And if we ever wanna drain the arena, we'll have to find a different route if this doesn't work. I did verify yesterday that water does flow through these pipes. It does not flow through it great. And from what we can visually see from the upper portions without completely exposing the pipe, there is some rusted areas. There is water infiltrating through the top of some of these pipes. So my suggestion would be, since we're covering it with concrete, would be to go ahead and replace it, but that is entirely up to y'all. There are means and methods, so.
But I mean, do you know what kind of material, what kind of pipe that they're using?
It will be high density polyethylene. There's two runs of pipe, both of them are 12-inch storm sewers, so we'll remove the existing, corrugated metal pipe and replace it with the plastic.
Kind of a given, if you ask me, you don't want to do all that work. and let-
No, then it collapsed, and then there you are. I've been out there and seen the tops of them pipes where it's exposed. It's old tin horns there. They're rusted bad.
Oh, yeah.
No,
So, what do y'all want to just let them get the pipe and do it all? Or?
yeah, 'cause we're,
So,
with the
yeah, I'll add
weather,
one thing to that, and I'm not trying to steer the decision whatsoever, but they are waiting, as soon as we give them an approval or denial here, whatever it is, they're waiting to go pick up the material as soon as I call them out.
and they are very efficient on their working out there. They're getting after it.
I'll make a motion that we approve
Yeah.
2A and 2B.
I second.
There's a motion to approve 2A and 2B. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. All right, thank you, sir.
Next month, I will have the, electrical and
Electrical.
concrete numbers for y'all to discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
All right, we'll move on to item number AA. Appointment of Scott Miller as ESD, Commissioner to ESD number 8.
I put that form of motion.
There's a motion. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say. Item number BB is reduction of bond amount for Lake Ranch, section 1 through 9, reflecting the total amount in incomplete work. The bond amounts will be considered approved when presented to and approved by the precinct 1 commissioner.
I put that form of motion.
There's a motion.
Well, let's see what Joe.
Well, you gotta, Joe, you're up.
Yes, Judge and Commissioners, I was gonna tell y'all that I was reached out to by Lakeland Ranch about reducing the amounts of the bonds because they're still paying the full amount of the bond on all the projects. And they've got a list of completed work, and what they're wanting to do is bond the amount of incompleted work. And instead of doing the whole amount, because it's costing them a fortune, is what they're telling me. So I actually ran it through Iglesias Law Firm, and he said that we could do that. And I would like to see that. And as soon as they get those amounts to me, I will go over the amounts. And if y'all give me the authority to approve them, I'll approve it.
All right, so do we need the amounts before we approve this, Joe, or do we need to just go ahead and approve the reduction of bond amount?
We can give him.
Well, because all we're doing is the incomplete work will be the bond that's left that they're paying, correct?
And I don't know if I attached those to that, but I do have a list of that. I can forward that over. I thought I attached it, but I'm not for sure. But I do have a list of incomplete work and completed work, so.
I
it will reflect
didn't
that.
see any in my packet.
Okay,
That don't mean, yeah, here, I got it, I found it, right here on the Iglesias, where it shows, like, section 1, 90% complete,
yes.
100% dirt work, 80% paving.
Yes, so I just want to verify that those numbers actually match what that list shows.
Okay,
But we need to kind of put it in a motion, and then we'd be giving him the authority to be able to look at that amount.
All we're doing is approving the reduction of bond.
Yeah, reduction of bond,
I like
but
a motion we approve.
there's motion,
second,
all in favor say aye. Any opposed, say.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Joe. Item number CC, to discuss and take possible action on contingency fee contract with, Lineberger, Dorgan, Blair, and Sampson. And I'm not gonna read all this. This for the collection of the county justice of the peace courts debts and account receivable.
I put that form of motion.
There's a motion, second. All right, do you want to discuss that any? Yeah. James?
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. I've been working with Judge Sullivan regarding your collections on your county fees and fines of the JV courts. Currently, you're using the Net Data Collector GHS. And historically, we will collect a lot more money. We just have the technology. We're the largest in the nation with what we do. And so there are 3 items here. The first being the contract. Again, the services cost the county no money at all. This is passed on by law to those defendants that we are locating and bringing to the court. So again, this will cost no money for you, but you will see an increase in collections. The second on there is a resolution. If the contract is approved today, the government code requires that this resolution be made, which is basically stating that the county is hiring us because we have the skills, the technology, and ability to collect. And lastly is the order, which is adding the additional 30% to the collections. Again, that is passed on. I'm sure you probably already have a resolution, but it wasn't one that we drafted. So ours is, so we're asking you to pass that order so that it does comport with the law and it is updated. So, but I've seen some of the results that you're currently getting, and they're very dismal. One thing in your current contract with GHS and Net Data is after a year, they have the right to give you back those accounts. So they're only working the easy accounts. We want the old accounts. There's no statute of limitations. We'll bring people to the court to pay that 30 years ago. So we want all of that, those old accounts. So that's just one of the differences. But again, there's, the contract, we're asking for 3 years. You can terminate our contract with 30 days notice at any time. We have a long-standing relationship with the county, and we have a proven track record. Again, we represent counties such as Harris County, Baird County, Dallas County. So we're definitely have the ability to maximize your revenue here. So.
Yes,
I want to say, one good thing is James is actually going to work with Net Data. His law firm will work with them and do all the work himself, where I don't have to be involved. And that's a big thing because, that's what they do. Their attorneys, they know how to work all that to get us out. He's going to work hard to get us out of that contract and everything. But me and Ms. Jackie know in probably the last 5 years, our collection, maybe longer, has went down. We have to do something about it because we are just, it's just not working for us. I'm having a very bad problem. I've been on Net Data for 24 years, and now it's I3 Vertical. Ever since I3 Vertical has taken over, our collection has went down. With that contract, I haven't really decided yet if we're going to go try to find another software program. At this time, we're going to stay with, he told me that we can stay with I3 Vertical at this time, but it's something to look into because we are having a lot of problems with I3 Vertical. So, but I really appreciate y'all making this happen, because not just for, the JP courts, but, for the county, I think that we're going to make a lot more money. So.
Any discussion? Any questions? We had a motion in a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. And item number DD is discuss take possible action to order authorizing the collection fees of 30% of debt and account receivables for the Justice of the Peace Courts. There's a motion to approve. Second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. Item number EE, discuss take possible action approving the resolution authorizing the execution of the county with the contract with Linebarger Law Firm for the collection of the county justice of the peace court account receivable.
Put that in form of a motion.
There's a form of motion. Second. There's a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same. All right. Item number FF, need a motion to table this.
Yeah, motion to table.
There's a motion to table.
Second.
A second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. Item number GG, I need a motion to table this item.
So moved.
There's a motion to table. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same. All right, any comments by court members pertaining to matters of county government? Any? Oh, yes, ma'am.
I just, wanted to remind everybody that the last year, blood drive aid is here today, so. if
Okay.
anybody would like to go do that, they'll be here until 3. It's not just for county employees, it's anybody that would like to go. But we do, since we participate in Welcome County through TAP, we, will get credit for our county if county employees do go. Alright.
All right. Any others?
Hey,
And the
thank you
word,
guys for putting me on.
oh, yes, sir, and the word, read it,
I appreciate y'all putting me on.
all right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for volunteering for all those things.
Yeah, I appreciate being voluntold.
Hey.
The word read out,
Team
out,
player.
is gonna go with me in my sleep all night, so. All right, well, need a motion to adjourn? So. There's a motion, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Y'all had me killing me.